Om Ganganapate Nama, Sri Gurubhyo Nama, Hariom. Friends, the topic is how Jnana is the soul savior. Because now Jnana, as we have seen, it is Jnana expresses as I am. It is nowhere. Now, the inverse of Jnana is Jada or inert, which cannot say I am, which is known to I am. And it is like that, as one knows so many objects, the body also is known, and those objects are not there, and the being is very much there. Same way, the body, when it is separated, detached in the deep sleep, then he is very much there. Now, how is that? The body, he is there, but he is unaware. Now, now in wake state, body is added, and he is nowhere. It's okay. He is a cognizer of the body is okay, but he is very much identifying with the body. This is a highly illogical and ridiculous proportion, because body is changing and he is changeless. Then only it is feasible to know the change. Body is inert. Body has got what not, all the status of the body, one is aware, but one identifies with the body. Now, then this body, yes, there is a Shatvikara. One of the thing is, it is mortal, it will demise, there is a death. Now, the being who has identified is caught up such ignorance that he he is also, because of this infatuation, I am dying, and that so much, because when it would breathe last, there is a completely all-round crying situation. It is highly devastating, bitter, traumatic. Even our Garuda Purana quotes, for the very attached being, it is equal to bite of the 1,000 scorpions. Something, just it is an analogical, means that much pain, because this um, false foisted identification, because being is the very word, that he is reality, realization. Instead of realization, there is a falsization, foistedization, that has made so thing. Whereas Shrutis always say that being is very much the one iota of that very consciousness, that immortality. And why this kind of a very, very gruesome state of the uh, happening? Because after that casting body also, then the dissidents would definitely do everything for its emancipation, for vimukti, liberation and emancipation. That is all is there, and it continues. There is a prescribed ritual cycle followed by traditions. But now they expect the being to be detached, and then he is embarks on the journey of higher realms, and that is very much possible by himself when he is in alive. How? With viveka and vidya. Viveka means he would be he would dissociate, he will de-identify, because it is known with the basic physical laws. Because it is not there in deep sleep. When it is there also, it is non-coherent. It is a dissimilar attributes, and it uncalls for, unless it is only purely sheer ignorance. And with that awareness, now body traces to trillions of cells. That cells are held back and further minuscule atoms, then nucleus energy. And energy is wielder of energy is jnana, and that jnana is revealing as I am. So, will the question of I am ending up as the formation of the body for Shakti. Now I am, yes, I have I am jnana is consciousness or jnana is directly revealing as I am, and when I am means awareness. It is my Shakti. It is me and Shakti are again inseparable. It is Shakti's secondary stage solid gross formations are body, and without it is a five gross element. And when and whatever Shakti's formations at the localized level identification, beyond there is no identification because this jnana is limited. Now, now the jnana is everywhere, wherever the gross formations are there, extending to every object outside, everywhere, solid, liquid, gas. Jnana, they traced back into the Shakti, and Shakti is yielded by jnana, and that jnana reveals as I am. So this I am is without boundaries, but now presently, due to ignorance, this I am is identifying with the body. And with this process it identifies, and with this is vidya with the vidya. One is de-identification, which what it is not, it is with viveka, because nitya anitya viveka. This extends to same analogy holds good to mind also, prana. They are also same analogy, same thing applicable. As body is known, it is separated from the deep sleep, mind, and the prana also, which is giving life force to body, and this entire package is detached. He is there, and the mind also, same mind also. It is known, it is moving, it is ever changing, varying, and it is known. And this entire package, when it is not there in deep sleep, he is there. So one is neither body nor prana nor mind, but it is making a mess. But the moment he wakes up, he is identifying, and then there is, and when there is a, it has got body has got its soul's loss, it will demise, it will perish. When it perishes, the person so identified, it is a traumatic. It is something like a forced ejection. That is equated to a lot of pain, and the post events are also making the person to be freed. He want to be freed with the out of love and affection, but that process can very well be addressed with viveka, de-identification, with vidya. Vidya vritti means with avidya has made a person to be other than jnana, and localized to the jnaya means known. Now he has separated, now he is established, he has jnana. But this is also, now vidya is required. He has jnana, or jnana is operating as he. Now if this state, contention of so many people, they have, the jnana has not become so many divisions. There are 100 crore people. 100 crore says, I have jnana, that is not logical, it is ridiculous. So jnana is operating as, directly operating as I am. I am being immediate expression of jnana is very much jnana only. So this makes a person again with the vidya from limited to unlimited. So this is what is capability for a being which has to be invoked, and one has to make reap fruit of it. It is like, so now having gone to that state, yes, body is there. There is a, if these functions are more cleverly, intelligently held. It is. So first stage is viveka and vidya. These two things. It is something like that. Body, mind, prana, life is like a basement, and the person who learned this art, now he can, he live. There is a lift. Now let us assume this lift, he will go to terrace, and with the vidya, it is something like that. He will fly helicopter. Then he is unlimited, but he can always, they are, then with that awareness he can always come down attend to his functions. And when the stroke of the last thing for the basement to crash happened, and one would again uplift that art, he has got it, the person who has endowed with viveka and vidya. So this simulation of detachment and and consciously when one is alive to fly out, it is a virtual, it should become a virtual reality, which which is a hand tip of the thing. When there is any threat, there is immediately one lifts, takes out from the body, and he will eject out to his infinitude. This is the beauty, this is the what glorification of the human life. It can, it is for a higher realms, like a caterpillar evolving to a butterfly, it will fly. So this has to be, then only life becomes beautiful. There is no crying, there is no trauma. Like what one is not, one is not. What one is so. This virtual simulation will make very beautiful. It is a very totally freed life. No, otherwise the vice versa will happen. Body, prana, mind, they will, for ignorant, the being is under its spell. He is a puppet, and it is a remote control. And when it dies, he will also die, and he does. Then that is not acceptable. There is all-out crime. So jnana alone, a redemption, and with this art of uh, the of conscious with viveka, dissociation and connecting to higher realms has to be done, has to be simulated with viveka. That gives the, that is the solution. Tarati shokam atmavit, that is what is. Because the binding to the known realms, dukhalayam ashashudam, is always a alarming state. So tarata shokam atmavid, that's what should, atma means that all pervading jnana prakasha. That should be the objective with this transit. It is not that a person enlightened to that state he is there. No, because body is there. This is a feel, this is only a comprehension of the reality. When he is everywhere, he is very much in the body also. Now, coming out of the body limitation, that is what is the potent message. Because once there is a limitation, finite, and it is mortality, all these go. And jnana has never, jnana cannot be division, cannot be made a part. So, with this awareness, which is the only feasible, unique advantage of a human being, that has to be, we can checkmate all the other limitations of the body. So this is a very proportion which we have to only invoke this feature. It is like a plane which is already empowered, equipped with that feasibility engine. It can take off, but it's flying on the road is like operating through body, mind, prana, and it can always be taken back to the airport, and it can run, it can fly back. And with that awareness, now it knew the art. Now when there is a threat, it does it. Now otherwise, it can always do it. In fact, this, with this knowledge, one is more intelligent, effectively doing, because without any concern, expectations, one would excel even in material life. This is what is said even in our thing. Janakadaya. Is it feasible for every being? Because in Bhagavad Gita, only none of the Saptarishis name figure there, who made a retreat to the jungle for this exclusive pursuit. So one need not, when it is only has to be done at Viveka level. So the Janaka is presiding over state. Still, it is he carried the tag like Janaka, etc. So everybody can definitely attain that state of immortality, bliss, and enlighten to that higher state. Hari Om.